tonight. Oh, that one's sad. Who loves old Shawn Mendes and new Shawn Mendes? What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Maria if you don't know me, and today I'm making this video to tell you my personal experience going through sorority recruitment or rush. I'm thinking of making this like a 2-3 part series and all you need to know sorority recruitment stuff, so keep on the lookout for that. I'm excited to share that all with you. My goal for this is to be very real with you. Obviously I'm going to be respectful, but I won't hold back if I do think something. As you guys know, I have to write things down because if not, I will not stay on track, or I will just tell the story and it'll be a 2-hour film. So let's not do that. Let's begin with why I wanted to do or go through sorority recruitment. As a lot of you may know, I did my first year at UCF. I did not rush there. I was not very interested because I didn't know a lot about it. But as the year went on, my suite mate was in a sorority there and she talked to me a lot about it. I thought it seemed very interesting. I thought it'd be a really good way to meet new people, especially with me transferring. I was like, I need a little help with that. I also had friends who were in sororities and just in Greek life in general, and they really talked me into it. So I decided to give it a try. On the side, I'll say this because it is part of my experience. One of the things I was worried about was the financial aspect of it because they can be very expensive at big state schools like Florida State. Luckily, I did find a way to afford it and I'm really happy it worked out. I'm very happy in the sorority. I didn't know I wanted to hold what sorority I was in until the end. I think I'm just gonna say it. I'm in Pi Beta Phi, by the way. I love it. I know that Jennifer Garner is or was a Pi Phi, so hey girl, how's it going? Let's begin with the whole process. So at a school as big at FSU, we have 17 sorority houses here, and the recruitment process is 8 to 9 days because it's super long, because you have to go to so many houses, and it's very emotionally and physically draining, but it is so freaking cool. I learned so much going through it. I thought it was such a fun experience to go through. So I'm very grateful that I had a good experience. Let me start telling you about that experience. So I had my RoGam group, which is like the group of girls that you go through recruitment with. Well, actually, it's a lot of girls that go through recruitment. I think last recruitment was like 1,600 at Florida State, girls going through the rush process. And you're put into little groups of 10, 11 people. So I really liked my group. They were all very cool girls. And my RoGamma, which was the leader of the group, who is in a sorority, but we don't know what sorority she's in yet because we don't want to be biased. She was super awesome too. So my group was great. So at Florida State, there's basically 1 or 2 days of orientation, and then the rest days are different rounds. And those rounds are things like finance or how their sisterhood is like, their values, those type of things. So I tried to go through recruitment without any research because I wanted to keep as open a mind as possible. I didn't want to be influenced by what other people were saying, what people thought of the sorority, things like that. And the 1 or 2 day, I can't remember, orientation that we had was really cool because not only did it tell you the basics of how the days were going to go and things like that, but it also made you literally write down your values and what you're looking for through the sorority recruitment. And I feel like it really cleared my mind up because I actually had not thought about why I want to be in a sorority. Yes, like I said before, I wanted to meet new people, be a part of campus in some way. I also really like the idea that sororities aren't only like to make friends and social. They also do philanthropy, which is every sorority has their service, right? So I was really into that. It basically made me shape my answer so I could answer it during recruitment because boy, do you get asked that a lot. So the first day of seeing houses, you get 2 days, which are the scholarship round. And in this scholarship round, you basically go to every sorority house and you just talk. The conversations are very basic because it's the first day, kind of like what you're into. You're getting a small vibe of how the girls are in this house. They're getting a small vibe of how you're in the house, that type of thing. So Pi Phi was actually the first house I ever went into. I had never heard of them and I had no idea what to expect. So basically before you go in a house, you get lined up with all the rest of the girls that have this house first, and you line up in potential new member, aka PNM number order. So basically the RoGammas start counting down from 10, very loud. It's very dramatic, it's very funny, it's a little nerve-wracking. And then at 1, the sorority girls in the house open up the doors and they say, welcome to Pi Beta Phi. What's your name? Can I have your PNM slip? All that type of stuff. So then you go, you talk, get a sense of it, whatever, cool. I left Pi Phi the first time and I was like, what did I just go through? And I didn't have anything to compare it with, so I couldn't really form an opinion. I was just like, wow, that was pretty intense. So then those 2 days went by, and I started getting really nervous because out of the 17 sorority houses, I really only liked like 7 of them. I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna choose from 17? Because from 17, I think you go down to 12. So you had to pick 12 that you actually really like to see if they ask for you back. So the next round would be investment, which is money, and then the next round is service, leadership, blah, blah, blah. So for the investment round, I got 10 houses back, and I went to them. I was sad about this one house that dropped me from that first round because I had created expectations about it. I had heard how nice they were. I had heard people would always tell me, oh wow, I see you being this. You're gonna fit in so well. And I loved that house. I loved it so much. And when they dropped me, oh, I was sad because I had created an expectation. So first tip here in this video, do not create expectations because you never know what's gonna happen. And then the next round was about service and leadership. So basically they talked about their philanthropy and they talked about ways to get involved in the chapter, which is really cool. So for that round, the philanthropy chapter, I think you can get a maximum of 7 houses back. And then for the next round, which is the last round, it's pref night, or we call it sisterhood here at FSU. It's sisterhood night, which there you only have 2 houses that you go to. So basically the 2 houses I got back, it was funny because obviously I got back Pi Phi and I was so happy. The second one I got back, I wasn't expecting it because I guess I hadn't paid much attention to it throughout the week. But when I thought back at it, I was like, wait, I had a great time at this house. I really loved it. So I was very excited to go back there. So then when I went to pref round, which like you dress the nicest, it's very personal because you get rushed by girls who had rushed you during the week that really like clicked with you. I cried a lot during Pi Phi's sisterhood round because I thought it was beautiful, and I felt like a Pi Phi, as dramatic as that may sound. And the other house was lovely too. I had a fabulous time. It's one of those things where you know you'll know when you know. And when I look back at my whole week, I realized that the way that I knew or I felt comfortable in the house was because the conversation flowed very easily. That's, I think, the main thing that set me apart from other houses. I think it's really cool if you go into it with a very open mind, with a good head on your shoulders, knowing what type of people and what type of organization you want to be in. Well, Panhellenic is an organization as a whole, and it is a great organization. I really love being a part of it. But basically, the niche in that organization, that's what I meant to say. So then the next day is bid day, and everyone's freaking out. I think I barely got sleep that night, which is really funny because I never imagined I would lose sleep over something like this, you know? So yeah, we all met. My Rho Gamma group met, and then we went over to the Civic Center, which is where we have our basketball games, where we have things like convocation is what we had to go to. And so we went through convocation, and after convocation, your Rho Gamma puts a shirt with your sorority name on it under your seat. And then when they say, okay, you can look now, you open up the shirt and you find out that you're a blah, blah, blah. I went to find my shirt and I couldn't find it, but I'll insert a bid day picture here with my bid day buddy and big Victoria. So yeah, that was basically my sorority recruitment experience. I think I learned a lot from it. Like I said, it was a very emotional and physically draining week. I recommend to anyone who's thinking about it to do it because I feel like you can learn a lot about yourself and you find a very nice home away from home. Yep, I'm saying that. And it's funny, I never imagined myself to be a sorority girl. I've gotten asked, oh, this was so funny. This kid came up to me and he said, hey, are you in a sorority? And I go, yeah, I'm in Pi Phi. And he goes, oh, you don't seem like you'd be in one. I was like, I thought that was really funny. But anyway, I am, and I'm happy. I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, make sure to comment them below. I will release more videos on this subject because I think it's very interesting. A lot of people like to look up videos. I looked up all the videos afterwards because I didn't want anything influencing me. But I think they're very fun to watch. So yeah, keep on the lookout for those other videos. Thank you for watching if you stayed up until this very moment right here. If you're in a sorority, comment what sorority you're in. I'm very interested. And if you're a Pi Phi sister, hit me up because we're literally sisters. I hope your semester is going lovely. Mine's lovely. It's a lot of work, but it's lovely. I will see you soon with a new video.